make some thermite. That means I'm going to take this and mix it with this in that, and we're going to cut that in half.
Okay, that's nice and brief, but we'll need a bit more detail. Thermite is a mix of iron oxide and finely powdered aluminum that burns at super hot temperatures.
We used it previously during the Hindenburg episode to pretty spectacular effect, as you can see.
The Hindenburg had a paint job partly based on the key components of thermite, which at least contributed to this historic fireball. Thermite's also used to build bombs and in commercial demolition, so it's not the kind of thing you buy pre-packaged. So Jamie has to mix his own, very, very carefully.
The only people that we could find that are used to working with this kind of quantity of thermite normally make solid rocket boosters. And they told me that I need to be really careful with this because even mixing it in a mixer like this can generate enough heat from the friction that it could auto-ignite. And once this stuff goes off, you don't want to be around it. So we're keeping a close eye on it.
Cue the sacrificial SUV. It's Adam's job to prep the patient.
I have to remove the tires because they don't want the tires to burn out here. So of all the things we're going to destroy, we're going to leave the burning molten rubber out of the equation and just set the car down on its frame.
The first batch of bathtub thermite is bagged and distributed.
So I figure we stuff these in around the engine, and when it starts to run through the hood, it'll set them off.
Now, Adam's method gives an insight into Jamie's madness. He's landscaping the car with house bricks to form a flaming gutter.
My vision is that we're going to create a river of thermite that's going to rain down on the inside of this SUV and cut it right in half. Now, is it going to do that? We don't have a clue. It hasn't been done before, but it's going to be cool.
Something's just occurring to me.
What's that?
This is a freaking lot of thermite. Have you found anyone who's ever set off this much?
Nowhere close.
Cool.
Maybe somebody has, but I couldn't find them.
If he could, they probably wouldn't approve of this. By the time he's finished, Jamie's used more than 1,000 pounds of thermite.
It burns at 4,500 degrees. It's self-oxidizing, meaning that you can't really put it out because it doesn't care what you do to it. And as far as we know, nobody's used this much before. It's going to be amazing.
If this works the way we're planning, that we actually achieve just splitting this SUV down the middle, then absolutely it's going to be better than a bang. But I really, it's anybody's guess as to whether or not it's going to work.
Okay, I'm going to light her up. Over.
Don't you just love seeing history in the making? Jamie sets the slow burn fuses. Then moseys on back to safety.
Personally, I'd take this over bang any day because this is something special. Once this stuff goes off, it's going to be nuts. I think something's starting to happen towards the rear of the car.
Oh, cascading.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's coming out the windows. It's definitely gotten into the cab.
Burning thermite is 3 times hotter than molten lava, and the UV rays are so intense you can't view it up close without a welder's mask. No wonder Jamie thought this might be better than a bang.
Oh, there it is. The river's running down.
Yeah, you can see it dripping off the front of the car.
Exactly. Oh, that's great.
As the fire peaks, then sputters, it looks like the thermite strip hasn't quite cleaved the roof.
Looks like it's petering out.
JD decides it's safe enough to venture forth.
While it didn't really cleanly cut it right down the middle like I was hoping, there's not going to be a whole lot left of that car.
But rending the roof wasn't the main aim. They just want to know one thing.
Was this better than a bang? I'm sort of biased towards saying yes, because, I mean, the amount of energy that was released here was just enormous. This was something that you just never see 1,000 pounds of thermite going off. This was fantastic. I loved it.